Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
He finds his man. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between...
Touchdown, Florida! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. A first down for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 30 short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in on the right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 2 with the grab and the score.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on third. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he puts through the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Now adjusting. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really...
He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Oh, he wants it all. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, open them this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
The Gators will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Oh, he's looking to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. It's a good play on third and short if you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive. But the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. The pitch. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. These corners going to give them some space. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, I got to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Syracuse is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Orange on the scoreboard. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And how about this offensive show so far?
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the misfire, now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Fuentes. Now improvising. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He wants to go deep, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back, and he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. He's going to let it go. Brings it in down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking for a man. It's Fuentes. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still running at the 40. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. He took it all the way back, and not only that, they tied the game on the defensive two-point conversion. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble and throws. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Charges ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal for the offense. Now on the move. Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Back to pass, it's Fuentes. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to pass it on second down. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 40, Ohio State 33.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to add another. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Daniels. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Gators are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Flagway. They're trying to get to it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down. QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. On the move. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Gonna run it. It's Daniels. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Looking to throw, it's Fuentes. Dances away to buy time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things are...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that